when we look at this highlight here, we're seeing David Montgomery really take off.
This is
tailback. Actually, it's a play.
Yeah, tailback in the flat pass, and he just that was all him. That was all David Montgomery, just being the kind of football player that he's proven to be since he's been here with the Lions and before when he was in Chicago with the Bears. He's a really physical, tough football player, hard-running football player and running back in this situation. As you can see, he catches the ball out in the flat, takes on a corner, levels him, another missed tackle there.
He's pretty violent like Metcalf.
He definitely is. He's a very violent football player, very physical guy. And he was able to get some more yardage out of there, and he created that on his own. That was just a great individual play by Montgomery.
Looking at the next Tony's takeaway, we have seen over the last 2 weeks a couple of trick plays. Mm-hmm. This is the second one. St. Brown to Goff for a touchdown. Is this surprising to you that they had to break out another trick play 2 weeks in a row? Is this something that you think you're going to see the Lions do on a weekly basis?
Campbell has shown you that he's not afraid to do whatever it takes, pull out all the stops to try to get touchdowns, get scores, things of that nature. Again, over the years, playing the game, coaching the game, whenever you're in that type of situation as a team, I've always felt this way. And, again, I'm not taking anything away from the Detroit Lions. They're a good football team, and they're going to be a team to be reckoned with. I personally just don't think you need trick plays if you are going to be successful in scoring the ball in the red zone. You're up a score already. I think you're showing a lot. And I think when you start showing those type of plays right now, you put yourself in a situation where teams can scout you and prepare for you in your trick plays. Mm-hmm. It's the fourth week, and you're already showing an awful lot. Yep. And it's one or two reasons that's happening. Either you're not completely confident in what's going on with your play calling or what you think you could do in that particular situation, or you aren't completely confident just in getting in the end zone, doing what you guys are really good at doing. That's running the football. Mm-hmm. So, again, it was a great play call. I'll take nothing against that. It was well executed. It was called at the right time, obviously, because Seattle wasn't prepared for it. Right. Again, I'm just not a trick play guy unless I feel like I can't beat a team. I've always called trick plays as a coach myself when I feel like I couldn't score, and I had to find out other ways to score. Yeah. So I don't really understand it for the Lions. They didn't seem like they had a hard time scoring.
What did you think about that play, Cole?
Well, that was Sandlot, two-hand touch in the street. Wow. Like, I agree with Blank. I don't know. Super Bowl teams don't fake punt. They don't trick play. I get it. Like I said, like Blank said, early, it's real early for that. Like, keep running the ball right down their throat.
Yeah.
The whole line was decimated. They didn't have an offensive line. 7 guys were out. Sometimes I think they get a little too cute. That's what I thought about that play. Mm-hmm. I didn't see it coming. They didn't see it. But like I said, I think it's like Blank said, I piggyback off that. I think it's too early to be doing all that when you obviously know that they can't stop you with the run. Do something. Do what Goff always does. Do the play action and going around or do something else. But, yeah, it worked. Give the Lions credit. I thought it was like a Sandlot call.
Can I say this real quick, too,
yeah,
Scott? What you have to be aware of when it comes to other teams who are scouting you and getting prepared for you for the rest of the year, you got to know now that they're going to be coaching their guys to stay disciplined the whole phase of the defense because they're seeing that the Lions will try this. Yeah. They've seen that the Lions are capable and open to trying plays like that, which creates a situation where you're allowing other teams to be more disciplined against you because they're going to prepare now. They're going to tell their guys, stay home backside. They're going to tell their guys, make sure you do your job. Try not to do nobody else's job. And when you could have waited until week 12 or either playoff game, there's only so many trick plays you can do, guys. Right. There's only so much you can do. And you've shown a couple of them already. Right. So I'm just saying you're really allowing teams to prepare for you and really in a more disciplined manner when you're doing that.
We've seen it with the Seattle Seahawks tonight, hook and ladder, the play that we've seen last week from the Lions.
Yep.
Do you think when you go into these trick plays, is it almost a desperation mode when you're down?
Go ahead, Corey.
I'm going to let Blank, Drew, real quick. You took the words right out of my mouth. Desperation. Seattle was desperate. He threw the ball 90,000 times.
Yeah.
So they were desperate. They knew that they didn't have a decent defensive front to stop what the Lions would do. It was a shootout. They had anything they could do to try and get, some points on the board and things like that. It was very desperate. Like, every time I looked up, Geno was dropping back.
56 times, I think.
Yeah. So, it was very desperate, Scott. I agree
And
with
just
you.
like you said last week, when you got to throw that many times, it usually means you're not doing too well.
No. You putting the ball in the air that many times, that's not what you're about. It's not what kind of football team you are.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Seattle likes to run the football, too, like to do a lot of things that the Lions like to do. The thing that's surprising for me, again, and I hate to keep harping on this, the Lions were up a score when they did that.
Yeah.
And I think they were up a score when they did it last week, too. They were playing against Arizona.
Yeah.
I think they were up both times. Yeah. So, again, it's not that you're being conservative. You play the game the right way, and things will continue to work out for you. That's just, how I see it from my perspective. You don't need trick plays in that situation when you're up. Seattle did. They needed a trick play. They were losing. They've been struggling the whole way.